Okay, mutation is sudden heritable changes in genetic material or character of an organism is known as mutation. Okay, so it's a sudden and heritable that is transferred to the next generation, and changes in genetic material that is a DNA RNA. Okay, and it also has change in the character of an organism. Okay, so how the character of an organism changes, because if the genetic material of the organism changes slightly, okay, it may be by 0.01% or less than that, but the changes result in the character. Okay, how the character changes, that is the change in the protein. Okay, so what is the function of gene or DNA sequence is ultimately resulted into production or synthesis of protein. Okay, so that's why the changes in the genetic material ultimately transfer to the changes in character of that organism. Okay? That's the ultimate function of that mutation. So then the individuals showing these changes are known as mutants. Okay, so those individuals showing that changes, okay, that we call it as a mutants. Then there is also one term that is variant. What is variant? An individual showing an altered phenotype due to mutation known as a variant. Okay, so sometimes mutations are not very effective. Okay, it happens frequently, but sometimes it is not very effective. So when they are changing the phenotypic character of an individual, they call as a variant. Okay, so if any individual not changing the phenotypic character, then it will not be called as a variant. Okay, so what is the phenotypic changes? Phenotypic changes, that means changes in character. Okay, so if we take bajra or any crop. Okay, so if there is changes in character of that crop, that we call as a phenotypic changes. Okay, if the height of the crop increases, the grain size increases or decreases, if the height of the plant decreases, okay, these are the phenotypic character of that individual. Okay, so that's the so these are the changes that happen after the mutation. Okay, then we call it as a mutant. Okay, sorry, variant. Okay, the factor of agent causing mutation are known as mutations. Okay, so these are the terminology which are important from the point of view of studying mutation. Okay, what is mutations? These are the agents that are causing the mutation. Okay, so we will go in details about different types of mutation and what is actually happen in mutation. So starting from the evolution of mutation, starting from state divide, recorded first case of mutation first time in 1791. Okay, historically, this scientist or this farmer, English farmer, said right, recorded first mutation. It means he has the uh, proof of mutation. Okay, what we can there are this mutation happened from the long time ago. Okay, but the first time the proof or record of this mutation were recorded by the English farmers, set right. Okay, in 1791 he recorded into this mutation into male lamb. Okay, then the first scientist that coined the term mutation is Hugo de Rice. Okay, in 1900 he observed this in Ointhora. This is the flower plant. Okay, so he observed some changes in that flower plant, and he then termed the changes as a mutation. Okay? Then the systemic study of mutation was started in 1910 by Morgan. Okay, so the Morgan scientists were basically studying the genetics of individual. Okay, then he identified some changes in that white eye of Drosophila. Okay, Drosophila is a very small insect. We can say it's not a class of insect, but it's so very small organism. Uh, he observed the genetic changes in that individual. Okay, with that genetic changes, the white type mutants also changes. Okay, so there is the mutant having white eye. Okay, other mutant may or other individual may have different character, but this white eye mutant have a special character. That's how he study the there is something changes inside that individual. Okay, so that's how he identify the changes and study the mutation. Okay, So starting from Hugo de Rice, he gives the mutation theory, okay, in 1900 also. So you may very well known to this evolution of individual, okay, how the individual evolved, okay. So starting from the Darwin's theory, okay, Darwin's theory of natural evolution, okay. So the evolution theory also given by Hugo de Rice on the basis of mutation, okay, that we call as a mutation theory of evolution of organism, okay, starting from small cell organism to the complex cell organism that is up till now. So the evolution given by this different scientists, and Hugo de Rice also gives the mutation theory of evolution, okay. So he in that he gives that individual changes from generation to generation on the basis of mutation itself, okay? And the systemic study of mutation was started in 1910 by Morgan. H.G. Muller also induced mutation in Drosophila using X-rays. Okay? So the scientists have done induced mutation in the Drosophila by using X-rays. Okay. So he firstly induced the mutation. Okay. Induced means he what you call as he forcefully done the mutation inside this Drosophila by using the X-rays. Okay. And he also awarded Nobel Prize in 1946. Okay, so those are the historical evolution of mutation. Then after we need to study what is the character, what are the characteristics of mutation, okay? How the mutation looks like, or what are the character we should consider. So firstly, generally mutant allele are recessive to their wild type or normal alleles. Okay, so what are the recessive and we will not go in detail, but those are the recessive. That means it may be changes, okay, in further generation. Those are not dominant. It means it has dominance over the other part of the gene, okay, or allele is a part of gene, okay. So most mutation have harmful effect, but some mutation are beneficial, okay. So uh, nowadays you are very well known to the mutation in coronavirus, okay. So there are there are n number of mutation happen inside the viruses, okay. But there are some harmful effects also we can observe in different variants that you are known of coronavirus, okay. Then after some mutation are beneficial also, okay. Some of the mutation that we use for the crop improvement also, okay. So in a few decades ago, we are using this X-ray and all this mutation for creating mutation inside the crop, like as wheat, rice, and all. Okay. On the basis of that, we are changing the genetic structure for the improvement of crop. Okay. So those are the two factors that we need to consider. That it has a harmful effect also, and it has also a beneficial effect. Okay. So some genes showing high rate of mutation that we call as a mutable genes. Okay. Highly mutable sites within a gene are known as a hotspot. So we already seen the structure of a gene or organization of a gene or chromosome inside a cell. Okay, so those highly mutable site on the gene that we call as a hotspot. Okay, so it is ultimately or it frequently changes. That's why we call it as a hotspot. Then after the mutation can occur in any tissue or cell, okay, of organism. So the classification of mutation. So the classification is basically on different criteria. Okay, the first one is a survival of an individual. Okay, in that the lethal mutation, sublethal, subvital, vital mutation, supervital mutation. Those are the types. Okay, so this type of mutation is mainly depend on the criteria of survival of an individual. Okay, so firstly there is a lethal mutation. By the name it suggests that it is harmful to the cell. Okay, so after having that mutation, it may cause or it ultimately cause the death of the cell. Okay. Then there is sublethal that is up to 90%. Okay. Then subvital that is less than 90%. And vital means it don't affect the survival of an individual. Okay. Or supervital, it may enhance the survival of individual. Okay. So these are the type based on that survival rate or survival of that individual. Okay, so why we term them as this? It basically that the mutation may kill the cell. Okay, it may be harmful. That's how it characterized or it classified on the basis of that. Okay, then there are types on the basis of causes of mutation. Okay, so into that, first one is a spontaneous mutation, second one is a induced mutation. So based on the causes, that is based on the how the mutation happen. On the basis of that, we categorize them into two types. So first one is a spontaneous, second one is induced mutation. Spontaneous mutation is mainly due to the natural cause. Okay, it does not have any induced or what we call as a, it is not happen by artificial measures. Okay? So that's why it's called as a spontaneous, because it does not have any active participation. Okay, and then there are some types of mutations that we use for that. Those are all natural. Okay, UV light of sunlight that causes mutation in bacteria. Okay, so that's why it's spontaneous mutation, because it does not have any artificial role. Okay, then the induced mutation that is caused by individual. Okay, or artificially. Okay, so the induced mutation are mainly happen or carried out by using a chemical or physical agents. Okay, that we call is as induced mutation. And some of the character or genes that we use, or we use some of the mutations for the induced mutation, that is X-ray in the serial. Okay, so it is also useful for the mutation breeding programs. Okay, and then into that it has a role in the crop improvement also. Then the based on the tissue of origin. So in that category, it is characterized mainly, or it is categorized into mainly two types, that is somatic mutation and germinal mutation. So somatic mutation happen inside a somatic cell, and germinal mutation happen inside the germinal cell. So what is the difference between somatic and germinal? You should know that it is somatic cell is a sexually reproducing species. Okay, it means other than the germinal, that it means sexual, that the reproductive system of or reproductive cell of organism, other than those reproductive cell, it is a somatic cell, and those are involved in the reproduction, it is a germinal. Okay, so those mutation happen inside the somatic cell, we call it as a somatic mutation. For the next generation in many ways, or producing their. Okay, then they are having that's why it's important, because it transmitted to the next generation through the sexual reproduction. Then there is on the basis of direction of mutation. The first one is a forward mutation, second one is a reverse mutation. What is a forward? It suggests that it is transferred to the new type from the wild type. Okay, that means normal or wild type of an organism transferred to the new type. Okay, by using mutagens. Okay, so that's why it is important to study that it is transfer from the wild type to the mutant type. Okay, and then the reverse for mutation, it is transferred to the wild type. Okay, again in a reverse direction, it is transferred to the wild type from the mutant. Okay, so it's a repair mechanism in reverse mutation. That's a mutation repair, and it is transferred to the normal type or wild type. Okay. Then after we have visible mutation and biochemical mutation. Those mutation which affect some phenotypic character that we call as a visible mutation. So what is visible mutation? That means it has changes, visible changes on the organism. That's why we call it as visible mutation. It means it has a large amount of changes in individual that we can see by naked eyes also. Okay. The biochemical mutation, that is for the selection of mutation, we need to do some techniques. Okay. So how we can identify that an individual is mutated. Okay. So on the basis of that selection, we are selecting the mutations or mutants. Okay. So for by using a biochemical technique or biochemical methods, we can identify the traits or changes in traits, okay, or the character. So there are some biochemical methods or biochemical method that we use for the detection of mutation. So it is very important to study that because sometimes the mutant may not show the changes in phenotypes or characters, okay, outside characters, that it may not show changes in height or changes in grain size, okay. So ultimately we need to screen by using a biochemical method. That's how we can identify the mutation or mutants. Then there are chromosome mutation. It may involve changes in structure or changes in numbers. Okay, so the chromosome mutation is mainly classified under two types, that is changes in size and changes in numbers. Okay, so we already studied where the chromosome is located. It is mainly located inside the eukaryotic cell. Okay? So these are the some types of chromosome mutation, that is deletion, inversion, translocation, non-destruction, and duplication. What is deletion? It is happen. It is deletion of a segment of a chromosome. Okay, it is happen due to breakage. This all mutation happen during the cell division. Okay, so during cell division, it may happen that the breakage of that piece of that chromosome, and it may loss a piece of the chromosome. Okay, then the inversion. So the chromosome segment breaks off, and it is generally inverted and joined to the chromosome. Okay, in the invert manner. Okay, that means the segment flips around backwards. Okay, and then it reattaches. Okay, so then after the sequence of the chromosome or gene also changes. Okay? Then the duplication. That means it's the sequence is duplicated on that chromosome. Okay, that means it is same copy of that segment of DNA as well repeated. Okay, then the translocation, it involves two chromosomes that aren't homologous. Part of the chromosome is transferred to the another. So in this diagram you can see here that the one segment on the one chromosome is transferred to the another segment of that chromosome. Okay, so translocation is generally transferring the segment of to an non-homologous or another chromosome. Okay, so that's how the changes in this sequence also happen, because those all the chromosome that is composed of the DNA fragments. Okay, so that's why it's the sequence of the DNA also changes. Okay, then if the changes happen inside the gene, that we call as gene mutation. Okay, so on that basis we are going in details, or we are going in minute changes. Okay, so these are the minute changes in the gene. We classified it under the point mutation and frameshift mutation. Okay, so what is a point mutation? The changes in single nucleotide. Okay, it means we are going in a very few base pair changes of DNA. Okay, on that basis it is categorized into the point mutation and frameshift mutation. So in point mutation, it is normally changes in the single nucleotide. It may include deletion, insertion, or substitution of one nucleotide in gene. Okay? So it also may result into the large phenotypic changes also. Okay. So we can it is generally observed in sickle cell disease, that is result in nucleotide substitution. Okay. So in general hemoglobin gene, it is changes in the genes single DNA base pair. Okay. On that basis also it is causing sickle cell disease. Okay. What is sickle cell disease? In normal RBC, that is red blood cells, it is generally a flattened shape. Okay. But in after the changes in this nucleotide, so this RBC, that is the red blood cell, changes in its structure. Okay. It looks like a sickle cell. Okay. Sickle वेळासारखं दिसतंय ते. So that's how it looks like. So this harmful effects may also happen due to this single point mutation or a single nucleotide mutation. Then there is frame shift mutation. What is a frame shift? You should also know that the frame shift, it is a what we studied earlier, that the codon segment or coding segment of that gene, that we call as a frame shift. Okay, the codon and all. So that's why it is important to study the frame shift mutation. It ultimately caused the changes in that individual. Okay, because the codon is a segment of DNA that is coding for the specific amino acid, and the changes in the codon segment, it may ultimately change to the changes into that amino acids that is synthesized during the translation. Okay, so it is important to study this frame shift mutation. Okay. Okay, this is the reference book that you need to study for the study of mutation in details. It is genetics by BD Singh. It is very well explained inside this reference book. Okay, anyone has any doubt regarding this point?